What is going on, guys? Harry here, and welcome back to another Sorare video on my channel. If you are new to my channel and you haven't subscribed, please do so. And yeah, in today's video we are going to be looking at how I got on in game week 201 and looking forward to game week 202, which is this weekend. And yeah, let's just get straight into it. So game week 201, it hasn't actually finished yet. As you can see, it's still live. Yeah, entered quite a few teams this week. If you would have saw my previous video, obviously you would have seen the teams that I did enter. But yeah, I mean, nothing nothing really to get excited about in terms of prizes. But yeah, we're just going to go through each one of my teams and just chat about how I got on, really. So D3 champion Europe, 314 points, which is not too bad. Started off horrifically. Isaac Lihaji come off the bench versus Wolfsburg. I don't know why I keep starting with Isaac. I just feel like he deserves to play, and he isn't being given the chance. I am going to be sticking with him for this weekend's games as well, because I just do believe this might actually be the game that he gets a start. But yeah, 0-0 with Wolfsburg. He literally came on with like 10 minutes to go, I think, so it didn't really give him much time to do much. But 38 of the score wasn't going to do much. And then earlier on today, Patrick Schick came off the bench for Leverkusen, didn't start. I was worried about that, to be fair, them resting him, and yeah, they did. So Odilion actually got a real decent score, to be fair, 61, no clean sheet. All-round score of 26, really impressive, to be fair, after a 0 on the weekend. Lorenzo Pellegrini, just doing Lorenzo Pellegrini things as per usual. 2 goals. The first goal was incredible, to be honest. Second goal was a bit of a tap-in, but they all count. Real good scores as my captain, 106. Anthony Lopez clean sheet against Rangers, which is obviously always pleasing to see. You know, if Schick scores here and Lihaji probably starts the game and gets a respectable 50, then we probably could have seen maybe a prize. But yeah, you're asking too much there. Challenger Europe D3. I don't know what happened to Shakhtar. Lost 2-0. Yeah, I actually watched a little bit of the game. They didn't look great. But yeah, Patayov with a score of 40. I mean, it keeps you in it, when that's your first player that plays, but it's a little bit underwhelming. Azmoun got a decent score actually against Chelsea. I didn't expect Zenit to do much, and I didn't really expect him to score, to be fair, but he was my only option. Yeah, 44, not a bad score. It just gives you too much to do, really. Going into my last day, which was today, Diogo Leite lost 2-1, Braga did. Yeah, not a very good score considering he was my captain. Sondre Tronstad actually got a goal for Vitesse. Real nice score of just under 100 with the super rare bonus. And then Norio Fortuna didn't even start the game. Going back to the whole Patrick Schick situation, and for most teams in Europe, they do like to rest players for the weekend's games, and Fortuna was a result of that. So yeah, unfortunate, 257, just not enough decisives, really, to even think about competing. D3 under 23s. I didn't expect Tanguy to play, nor Tobelason, but then Ricardo Pepi doing Pepi things as per usual. Another assist as my captain, just under 90 points. Maicon got an incredible score in a 2-0 loss for Shakhtar. He is on set pieces. I think he had something stupid like 7 key passes. So a 76 with no decisive and losing 2-0 is very impressive, to be fair. And then Yorbe did come on for PSV. I didn't really expect him to start, even though he got a goal and an assist on the weekend. So yeah, 200 points from 3 players is actually not bad. Again, it wasn't going to do much. Special weekly, I went with the Shakhtar stack. Dodo didn't do much. Obviously, Patayov, we've already been over him. I've got 2 of him, so that's why you've seen him twice. Nuno Santos didn't do much against Ajax. They got battered 5-1. Pedrinho actually got a decent score, but no goals in that game for Shakhtar. Just kills any chance of a decisive. And Yeremi Pino against Atalanta didn't really do much. Very poor score actually for the youngster. And then I'll our sort of silver lining is we did actually get the Ethereum threshold of 0.02 Ethereum. Chesney clean sheet, albeit a common Chesney. Divine Wrench came on off the bench and ended up with a minus 11.5 all-round score, which wasn't ideal. Douglas Santos, Mr. Sturdy, 66 points for me, which is real good. Wendell as well, just a sturdy 50. And then Daniel Saloy with the goal last night for Kansas City. Without that, I don't make the second Ethereum threshold. So thank you, Daniel, for that. So 0.02 Ethereum this week. I'm not disappointed, to be honest. Looking back, really, my teams weren't really set up for conquering anything. This was probably my closest, but again, Lee Hadji was always a risk, and Schick was a risk as well, and they proved me right. But we take the 0.02, and we're gonna go on to game week 202, which I'm actually really excited for. I've got more teams than usual. I'm entering more divisions than usual. So we're going to get straight into that now. We're going to get into my first team, which is my Global All-Star team, which is my worst team of all, to be honest, in terms of the caliber of players I'm playing. I'm playing a common keeper, Raysol at home, which, I probably expect him to score decently well there. We're going with Sandy Walsh at home. Bakayev away to CSKA. Zobnin, I think, got injured in the Conference League or the Europa League, one of the two this week, so he won't be playing. So I do expect Bakayev to start this game. We're going with one of my new signings here in Jackson Tachuma. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but they're at home to Club Brugge. Won't be an easy game, but he did get an assist last game. I actually thought he got 2, but 1 didn't get given. And we're going with Fujimoto up front, Shimizu Pulse at home. This team, like every other week in the weekend games, I always just put out a global D4 team that's going to compete for Ethereum, to be honest. I don't have the players to be able to really compete for prizes in that league. Next, we'll show you my Challenger D4 team. Really strong team, to be honest. Haven't entered D4 in a long time. We're going with Anthony Morris. They're at home. We've got the usual Zenit stack of Santos, Wendell, and Azmoun as captain. They're away to Rubin Kazan. Won't be an easy game. Expect all of them to start. Unless there was any training injuries that I can't account for. And then we're going with Diogo Leite. They're at home to Tondela. I do expect a clean sheet there, but like tonight, they end up losing in the Conference League, 2-1, and no one could have really seen that happening. So, that's just football for you. But I do expect if my Zenit boys can do well as they should do, although they're away, then this team could actually do some damage, to be fair. So I'm quite excited for that. Then I'll show you my Champion Europe team. We're going with D3. We're going with Anthony Lopez. Away to PSG isn't going to be easy. I do expect him to be active though, and having to save a lot of shots. I don't expect a clean sheet, but hopefully he can make up with it in shots saved and maybe get me like a 40-50 score, which would be okay. We're going with Matt Mizanga. Brought him in this week. I saw him quite cheap on the market for like 0.13 ETH. There won't be any more minted of him, I don't think, although he's on loan to Deportivo. But I don't think he's had his like pictures taken and stuff for Sorare to mint a card of him. So I don't think there will be a new card of him this year. There might be, but as far as I'm aware, there shouldn't be. I brought him in. Another reason for that is obviously I'm still not being able to use my Leo Dubois. He is still injured. He's a decent replacement. Obviously in Champs Europe. Brought in Carvajal as well. I've been eyeing him up for a little while now, obviously back from injury. Real Madrid look decent, and I think he's a sturdy player back there for them. Gets the odd decisive as well. Not an easy game away to Valencia, considering their form, but I'm excited to see how he does. And then we've got Lorenzo Pellegrini away to Hellas Verona. Captain as always, he needs no introduction. and then Mr. Patrick Schick away to Stuttgart. So yeah, not easy games at all for my players here. I'm opting to put this team in Champions Europe instead of... I normally run a global D3 team, but as you can see, I'm not running one this week. I mean, it's a toss-up. I could put that whole team straight into D3. I just don't like the amount of entries, to be honest, to prize ratio. You're looking at like under 10, like an 8% win rate there. And then if you're looking at Champions Europe D3, 300 entries, 35 places for prizes, so it's more like a 10% shot. So although in Champions Europe you are up against normally way better cards and way better stacks, so it's not going to be easy either way, but I just feel like I've got a better chance in Champions Europe, so that's what we're going with. Next, I'll show you my special weekly team, which you need at least 3 playing players in La Liga. So I ended up going out to the market and buying a few players, and this is what I've come up with. I've got a Villarreal defensive stack and a Celta Vigo midfield defence and forward stack. So we've got Rulli and Foyth. They're away to Mallorca. I'm hoping, obviously, for a clean sheet there. That would do me very nicely. And then we've got Celta Vigo at home to Cadiz. Cadiz haven't been good at all. Yeah, so I think they average like a 25% possession for each game. So I'm hoping Celta Vigo are dominant there. They haven't been great all season, but we're going with Mina as my captain. Up front, yeah, need a goal from him if I have any chance of winning this special weekly. Oh yeah, I did say I would put my picture of the card that I won for the special weekly last week, which I did do, but if you didn't see it, I ended up winning a Suso special weekly card. So if you have a look here, the design, game week 200, I think it's really, really nice, to be honest. I'm not using him this week because I think they're playing either Sociedad or one of the tougher La Liga teams, but I will be playing him going forward. So yeah, quite happy with that. And yeah, I'm just really excited for this special weekly, to be honest. I think, 2 limited La Liga ticket cards for each of the top 100 players. So yeah, basically we're going to be able to win 2 of these cards. I heard that these cards do represent actual real life tickets as well, so 100 people will win La Liga tickets this weekend in the special weekly, I think, is what I'm reading from that, as well as 88 places worth of prizes as well, which is real cool. I think 1,100 entrants. That probably will rise. We've still got 12 hours left to enter. But yeah, super excited for that. I need Celta Vigo to have a massive performance against Cadiz. Next, I'll show you my under 23 team. So we're going with our D3 first. If you watch my videos, I always try and put my stronger team into D4 under 23s rather than D3, just because my super rares aren't as strong. So I'm not as, I can't compete as well basically in D3 under 23s. But we're going with Lafont away to Angers. We're going with Ewand Planetic. He's away to St. Galois. He scores really well, to be honest. I brought him in last weekend for like just under £100. He's a top player, to be fair, for his age. We're captaining Pino in this team. I'm not too confident that he starts this game after his poor performance in the Champions League, so that's why he is in my D3 team. Again, away to Mallorca. We're going with Florentino Luis away to Rayo Vallecano for Getafe. He didn't even come on last game. I think they made 5 subs. He didn't even get off the bench, which doesn't look good. But we're going to risk him in this team because why not? Alongside Isak Lihaji. Hoping that he does get this start that I'm praying that he gets. But it might not come and that team might go to absolute rubbish. But D4 is where I've got my strongest players. We're going with Etienne Green at home to Bordeaux. I'm praying for a clean sheet there. We're going with Odilion away to Stuttgart. It won't be easy to get a clean sheet because Stuttgart do score goals, but I'm still hopeful. We're going with Arsene Captain and Chuavetkin, the Dynamo stack. Away to Sochi will not be an easy game at all. Sochi is second in the Russian league. I'm not expecting much from these guys, although I said this is my strongest lineup, which it is. I don't really want to split up Arsene and Chuavetkin because the moment I do, I know for a fact Arsene will assist Chuavetkin and I won't get the points for both of them in the same division, and that'll just annoy me. So yeah, we're keeping them together alongside Mr. America, Ricardo Pepi away to Houston Dynamo. I'm hoping he plays. He's been playing a lot of football recently, but he's on fire, so you can't not play him if you're the gaffer. Yeah, high hopes-ish for this team. As long as Arsene and Tuivek can do something against Sochi, then I'm really confident on the other three. So we'll see how that plans out. And now for my most exciting team for the weekend, just because I've never entered this before, but we have entered Challenger Europe D2 for the first time. Yeah, we've got 5 super rares, so I don't own a unique, but I technically could play a unique in D2. But yeah, we're going with Shunin, Fortuna, Tronstad, Fomin, and our latest sign-in, Mama Thiam. I did a cheeky deal with Powell Trader for a few cards that I weren't really using, plus a super rare Zaidou Youssef, who I did really like, but he just wasn't getting a look in at Saint Etienne. So yeah, I had to sacrifice him for Mama Thiam. Goal and an assist for the first 2 games for Thiam, which is nice to see. I am captaining Tronstad though. I just think he got a better fixture at home to Twente, who are no mugs, but I don't know, I'm just not too confident that Thiam's gonna score or get an assist. This, in terms of my captain, I just went for the safe option and picked Tronstad. But yeah, really excited about entering D2 for the first time. Again, this team could obviously play in global D2, but you're up against way more cards there. Let's just have a look at the breakdown. So 127 entrants. Yeah, 30 prizes on offer basically. So decent ratio. 1 in 4 people are going to get a prize. Top 30. So yeah, there's a chance. Obviously, I am going to be up against players who have uniques, so that won't be easy. But we'll see. I'm excited to see how the boys get on. But 7 teams this week, which is the most I've ever put out, I think. 6 really competitive teams, I'd say, and then obviously my global all-star team is just purely an F grinder. So yeah, I'm super excited to see how this, how these teams get on. My first time in D2. Yeah, hopefully we get a good weekend of football and results, and I hope you guys do as well for your team. So if you are excited for the weekend, leave the video a thumbs up. Hopefully it gives me some good luck. I do desperately need it. But yeah, hope you have a wicked weekend, guys. Enjoy the football, and I shall see you in the next video.